And Beyonce meant guys like me when she said soldier. The gangster type, when your husband leaves you, pull up outside, horn in a silver rover. Until this life is over, get money rolling over.
I make sure the place is too smoky for me to even feel anyone else being there.
Okay.
And so I can smoke. Just in and out, hit and run.
Why I want a girl doesn't want me back. Try letting go, but I can't relax. She got a new nigga, now we can't be found. Coming and they know my name. Got a new girl riding and I hope she game. In these streets we got no shame.
I have like a guard that takes me out the back door. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to like talk. Right. So it's just like a memory by the time I'm like 10 minutes later. And just hang out with my people, I guess.
If you know how I feel, never mess with explosives, yeah, yeah.
A record or a thing is usually a combination of a million different intentions, because there isn't one. I think it takes a bit of time for your brain to be like open. So I make a lot of work quickly, because to work like that is just a lot. You're absorbing a lot and you're doing a lot in a short space. I have periods on and off, at least at the moment. We all have an urge to control things, and the things that we love the most are the things that are most beneficial, are best when they're left out of control and just to be.
The principle of transcendental meditation is simple. Being is bliss in its nature, it's infinite happiness. Mind is always moving in the direction of greater happiness. it is the experience of everyone. Wherever the mind goes, it goes in the direction of greater happiness. And because the nature of inner being is bliss, infinite happiness, therefore, the mind during transcendental meditation takes that inward course in a most spontaneous manner. In this meditation, we do not concentrate or control the mind. We let the mind follow its natural instinct towards greater happiness, and it goes within and gains bliss consciousness in the being. We take a specific thought which suits us, which is called the mantra, or a suitable sound for us, which we receive from the trained teacher. And they give a suitable word, and the man experiences the thought of that sound and starts minimizing that thought to experience the finer state of that thought until the source of thought is fathomed and the conscious mind reaches the transcendental area of being.
Follows, I guess, a certain way of thinking that I already have, which is mind, body, and just letting things rise to the surface and following that, and that what rises to the surface, what you think is a random thought is a thought. If you want to stay living in London or anywhere like that, I think you need to hold on to something. And it's just a very good combination of Eastern and Western philosophies, which is, of course, how you get a balance. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I just think it's really important to have a balance.
Yeah. I used to go to a couple youth clubs, and obviously there was somewhere for us to go and that. Get me? And now there's nothing to do now. Like, we're just out there, we're just getting up to no good. Like, people are intimidated by us. Like, there's nothing to do. If all my friends was here, you would see the type of behaviour I'm talking about.
This unit here used to sell West Indian bread, bun and cheese. You can get your fish fritters. And now this unit that sells burritos, tortas, burger and burger wings. If you're on minimum wage and you're looking for somewhere to have your lunch, and you're faced with a lunch that costs about £6-7, Who do these shops really cater for?
It feels a bit like Islington, to be honest, or Borough Market. When I first moved to Brixton, I was, in my 20s, and so then what attracted me was that it was sort of young and vibrant and I suppose a bit edgy. And now I'm in my 40s, and sort of what I like now is that it's become a bit more sedate and middle class. So I mean, in a way, sort of Brixton's become, it's sort of changed with me.
Like when I'm with all my friends and we all got hoodies and that type of youth, nobody wants to be around us, and the youth club was just a place that we could all go and have fun. Like at least we got somewhere to go. Now look, we walk down the streets and we're getting pulled over by police. Like there's nothing here for us. Like the youth club's activities, there's so much stuff to do. We can make music, we could do videos.
Those unique units that used to sell to the people who used to live around here, in some ways they're being forced out.
But everyone knows what happens on the streets. Like people are getting stabbed these days over postcodes that we don't even rule, the governments. Like dumb stuff like that. People are just getting stabbed up, people are getting robbed, people are getting their house burgled, and bare stuff are going on right now. Bare stuff is crazy. But when they done that youth club stuff, it was just like a place where everyone could go, like, and just get each other, just get people off the streets, like have them doing something better than being on the roads robbing and that. Like, you get me?
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Baby, don't let me down. It's gonna be alright. Can't say it. You're gonna see alright. Everybody gonna play it. Girl, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Nigga, it'll be alright. Be alright.
Take your love and everything without them. Shake them off and looking at you.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Baby, don't let me down. It's gonna be alright. Can't say it. You're gonna see alright. Everybody gonna play it. Girl, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Nigga, it'll be alright. Be alright.
I don't know how it is now, but at least when I was growing up, being a youth in Hackney, hip hop, DMX, Rough Riders, whatever, all that shit was just kind of what your model was of how to be a man. And that's what we learned, and that's what we went off. And if you have better satellite, maybe you see some better role models, maybe you catch Tricky at 2 o'clock. Class is a bit more of an issue. Race is definitely an issue there, but class is a bit more. My parents are Nigerian. We've got a different experience as first generation. I'm not into protesting for various reasons, but I just don't. I believe in rioting, so obviously that's another issue. I don't want race to become a trending topic,
right?
Because that shit is lived forever, and it's lived heavily, and it's weighed down, and you deal with it daily. So I don't need it to be a fucking trending topic that fades away. I have my relation with the country, I guess, is very typical of all people from like my generation, I guess. The fact that I'm Nigerian, British born doesn't mean it's a good thing. That's some fuckery still went down for that to be possible. Like the effects of shit is still happening. I'm still feeling it. Why is it's not better? It's not fine. Why am I'm still living the trauma of this shit. I'm first generation. Yeah, I'm still living the trauma of all that shit, all that King Kong nonsense, all that shit. Still going on. I'm not British. Not British at all. The British told me that. And the flag represents the place as a whole, and that can't be supported because it exists. It's standing up on fuckery. So, you know, if it wants to be better, it needs to come down and start again or something. But it's like, it's built on fuckery. Even the things people are enjoying is built on fuckery. To experience what it's like as a black person in diaspora, because of the world is ours, because we've been thrown all over the world, and that's a good way to understand things.
Jasmine is a trainee teacher.
What do you say to somebody who lives in Bristol who's horrified by the fact that this is gone?
People might say it's vandalism, but black people have to walk these streets. Black slaves built Bristol. We have to walk these streets and see that statue of Colston's every day. That's what it means. That statue is a kick in the face.
Sheer vandalism and disorder completely is unacceptable, and it's right actually the police follow up on that and make sure that justice is undertaken with those individuals that are responsible for such disorderly and lawless behaviour.
If it feels good, lick it 2 times. And if this tune bangs, bust it 2 times. It's getting late, it's going down. Everybody knows that I'm coming round. Jamaican sound, all my niggas down. Bunning in the place, bodies in the crowd. And we smoke it loud cause we've been around. Everybody knows that I've been around. In the same place with the same crowd. Girl, hang got shot up.
Allow me, bruv. Please, bruv. Serious.
The nigga's gonna cry cause he lost her. Nigga's gonna frown cause he lost her. Maybe cause he knows that he flopped her. Cause all you niggas think that I flopped her. If it feels good, lick it 2 times. And if she's really hood, link her 2 times. Yeah. No more brothers up in the place. There should be brothers up in this place. Roll a tree for my G's in the back. Bun a spliff with the sis in the black. Where she at? So if it feels good, lick it 2 times. And if she's really hood, link her 2 times.
Only light, only light.
I like using cheap materials sometimes, as well as using expensive artist colour oil paint. Yeah, using nail varnish is quite a good one. Classic protein formula. I use nail varnish and stuff as glue. I think collage is a way of thinking, putting stuff together.
Collage something that you always did? Or is it like more of a recent?
No, I've been doing it for years. Sometimes there's spiders in my art box. They love it. I paint quite fast, and then it takes me ages to find the composition. Boys used to come into my studio and go, "That's not right, you're not supposed to paint like that, Joanne."
How do you think that your music kind of echoes your art, or how do they influence each other?
You learn a lot about painting through listening to music, I think. Painting's very tonal, like music. Composing music, I just usually sort of almost learn the instrument whilst I'm playing it, in a way. Like it's the same with paint and language and poems and things. You just kind of rifling through what you already know, but trying to learn something new at the same time. I'm really enjoying being this age at the moment, really gathering all the stuff I've done over the last however many years I've been making art, and trying to use my language that I've created and sort of believe in that language. I'm looking forward to a sort of a period in my life where I'm comfortable with what I'm making.
I work with a bunch of derelicts, I guess people as retarded as myself, that seem to, we all seem to share. We're maybe different, but we obviously share something that makes it okay for us to work together. Those people are sometimes musicians, sometimes not, most times not. But it's not really about that. I think it's just, there's a certain kind of openness, there's a quality in anyone who can have it, anyone.
I felt like I was on a path to escape them. I felt like I was on a path to escape them. Green
I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse.
I don't know. Sometimes people I work with are brethren that don't even like the music, but they understand. Sometimes it's a conversation. We're just here, you know. Do it. Talking can be overrated. So I guess there's other ways of having conversations with people around you.
He needs some milk.
What have you said to me? Yeah, that my girl's been caught out creeping, and it's going down. I know where that boy sleeps, so it's going down. Said it's going down. Yeah. Look what you did to me. Girl, I may not always be here, so I really gotta make things clear to you. You don't belong to me anymore. I just can't let this be, yeah.
Said things kind of go naturally. If you receive, absorb and give back, things connect. If you do it for long enough, I'm not really trying to, I'm just doing my thing, and some people seem to be letting me do whatever I like, whatever idea. So that's me just making stuff that I want to see exist, and everything else just kind of happens like you can't control. Brothers in the street in my area that say certain things to me, and they're brothers that definitely wouldn't have been saying that shit a couple years ago. And that is the only good thing that has to come out of this. That's the only time when it's nice, when I see any brother or sister from my area that was like me, but maybe not quite like me at that time, and just they end up going to like art school, and I didn't go to art school, I didn't go to any university. They end up just like having a wider perspective. That's like about it, and I didn't really expect that to happen, but that's like the only good, or like the best, or only good thing that's come of it. Yeah, it sounds pretty like corny as well and cliche, but it's just like you put work, you do stuff, and you do it for long, and it connects. Yeah, you don't have to do interviews, you haven't got to talk, you haven't got to do shit, you just do what you're doing, and it does what it has to do. It just does its thing. You just leave it and don't try and control it too much. Yeah, I think that stuff I've realised, I've noticed that stuff recently, just because I've been in the ends more in London, and that's been like blessed, because it's definitely hard to make sense of why you're doing this shit sometimes. So it's not a reason, but it's definitely blessed to have that because I was one of those youths. So maybe it's completely narcissistic, whatever, but... Drive is whatever I get driven by. But the mind and the body is all the same thing, and that you leave it to do what it's got to do, and it tells you what you've got to do sometimes, or another source tells you whatever. But so I don't wake up with like that. I wake up and get guided by something. Every day is a lifetime.
Pushing those envelopes and boundaries and whatever else out of the way. So I'm very pleased to be presenting this award to someone who does that. I first became aware of this person when I was doing my radio program on 6 Music. Suddenly came across this weird CD with some praying hands on the front. Listened to it, didn't sound like anything I'd heard before. Then he's gone on to do a lot more stuff. It makes me very, very proud to award the Philip Hall Radar Award to
Craig David!
Dean Blunt.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to Choice FM.
Thanks to the man upstairs, God Almighty. Thanks to NME.
And to everybody who voted. And this makes me proud to be British. You know what I mean?
I finally made it.
Because I know you. Blind. I told you, stay out of it.